I want to use this opportunity to thank Ghanaians, our host country, for the hospitality, for giving us opportunity to live in their country, do our businesses here, coexist with them peacefully. On behalf of the Nigerians in Diaspora Organization, all Nigerians in Ghana, we are showing our gratitude to Ghanaians. My name is Chief Callistus Elezoa. I'm the Board of Trustees Chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora Organization. Nigerians in Diaspora Organization is the association that looks after the welfare of Nigerians in Ghana. That's why the office I'm speaking from, the capacity of which I'm speaking from, as the representative and the leader of Nigerians in Ghana, under the platform of Nigerians in Diaspora Organization. I want to thank the President of Ghana, the traditional rulers of Ghana, the opinion leaders in Ghana, the citizens of Ghana. I want to thank them. We want to appreciate you people for giving us opportunity. We want to thank you for the hospitality. We want to thank you for the security of Nigerians in Ghana. We want to thank our nation, Nigeria, for the relationship they built so far with Ghana as a government. We grew up to see a cordial relationship between these two countries. And we are supposed to continue to keep to whatever that will keep to the good relationship that these two countries have been having before we are born. It will not end in our own time. Yeah, I personally want to grant this interview because I want to draw attention to some certain things. One is the power of communication. Whilst we have the opportunity to have our phones, we can do anything we want to do with our phones. In our private places, we should understand that communication is a tool that can make or make people. It can destroy a nation. It can also build a nation. If we are able to use it positively, it will impact the life of our citizens. If we use them negatively, it will also cause problems that we might not have the capacity to solve. We're here discussing today what have been flying around the media concerning some concerned citizens with regards to the purported story that has to do with establishment of throne in Ghana. I want to first advise Nigerians, please, every Nigerian should desist from any media war. We are not at war with our brothers and sisters, Ghanaians. What you need to do is to put the facts the way the facts are. Ghanaians are reasonable people. They will know the truth when the truth is spoken. You cannot sit in your house, you don't tell them the truth, and expect them not to accept whatever has been put across to them. So I'm here to put some certain records straight, so that our brothers in Ghana can hear our own part of the story, whilst they digest it and be able to form their own opinion on what they think might be the truth. I want to first start by saying who we are. We are Igbos. And Igbos are peaceful people. We are Nigerians. Nigerians are peaceful people. That doesn't mean that in the midst of 230 million Nigerians, you might not have the ones who may misbehave in one way or the other. We are not saints and we don't pretend to be saints. But when it comes to some certain issues, it's important that we draw our attention and make sure that laws of the land are respected. We are not here in Ghana to disrespect the laws of Ghana. We are not here in Ghana to disrespect the institutions, the traditional institutions. I think it would be abnormal for any Nigerian to think you can live peacefully in Ghana and you think you can disrespect the people of Ghana, the culture of Ghana, the customs of Ghana, and the government of Ghana. You will not have your peace. And that we understand. And that is what our embassy have made us to know. From the one that we must preach peace, we must make sure we guide our people to live lawfully in the land of Ghana. And that is what we stand for, and that is what we represent. So if we see any Nigerian who is doing anything that is not right, it's important we draw the attention of Ghanaian authority to make sure that we don't allow one or two people to destroy the image we have built from beginning to now. So we want to maintain it at all costs. Whatever it will take to maintain this peace is important we do that. Please, we should desist from media war. I know a lot of people are cashing out, they are making money by lying. How many people that are following them on the media. But it will be difficult, it will not be also fair for you to destroy another person because you want to make money for yourself. That money, I don't think you can eat it peacefully. It's important that you do things that are right, respect the government of Ghana, respect the leadership that is in power, respect whoever person that is in position that is God have appointed or you are choosing to lead you. There's always an appropriate means for you to channel your grievances if you have any issue. It's not by going to media and start doing some certain blogging or one thing or the other. We have the traditional institutions. If you have any issue you don't understand, go back to them and ask them questions. They will be able to give you answer. I believe if the person who sent this blogging out had done the right thing by going to Ningo Pram Pram to ask the chiefs there whether there's anything like that, the chief would have given them the answer, just like the publication they made yesterday. They made it clear that no land has been acquired, no kingdom has been built or been built. And now, if you had done this little due diligence, it wouldn't have gone to deceive the public that Igbo is building a kingdom somewhere. I want to make it very clear to our fellow brothers and Ghanaians who have been keeping us here, preserving all the Nigerians here, allow us to build houses in their place, allow our children to school in their land. We trade in this place. So we marry Ghanaians, they marry our own people. We had wonderful relationship between us and Ghana. We will not allow some people to come and destroy the relationship we have had that we didn't build even ourselves. So the truth about the matter is that the Igbos are not building any kingdom anywhere. The Igbos have not bought any land in any part of Ghana to build any kingdom. The Igbos do not have any intention to build any kingdom. The Igbos will not support anybody who will have that intention to build any kingdom. It cannot build any kingdom in another kingdom. People were talking about the viral video that went round. That video that went round was a pronouncement that was made 12 years ago. And somebody intentionally brought that video out to cause confusion. That was a video the Ezigbo made when he was being interviewed after the coronation. He was trying to put across what his vision would be for the people he's leading. And unfortunately, people twisted it to be a building of kingdom. If you go and listen to that video, he said an Igbo village. He never said an Igbo kingdom. I want you people to go back and listen to it again and again and again. What he said was Igbo village. But I want to say that nobody can build, even if it's Igbo village. No Igbo man can even build a house where he would live if Ghanaians did not grant him a place or the authority to build. So we cannot take that privilege for granted. It's a privilege we protect, it's a privilege we cherish, it's a privilege that we enjoy, it's a privilege that we want to thank people of Ghana for. Secondly, the issue of our New Yam Festival is something that has to do with Thanksgiving. This is something we do to thank God after we've planted our crops. We have a season when we reap what we have sown. And by our culture, we are people who believe so much in God. If you look at our names are associated to gods. So we are people who knows how to worship. We are people who knows how to appreciate God. We believe whoever we are and whatever we become in life can only be by God and by God alone. So when we plant our seeds, what we do every year is to do what we call Thanksgiving through the celebration of the New Yam Festival before others will start eating. So when it comes to the issue of celebrating our culture, it has to do with our belief and our relationship with God. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with undermining the authorities of the land. It has nothing to do with trying to make anybody inferior in his own land. No, we don't have that capacity. We don't have that intention, and we'll never do that. Even before we celebrate any day, we normally visit the traditional institutions As I speak to you, this year, we visited the normal traditional institutions in Ghana. I can mention one person, you can go and verify. I don't want to go further. At least the Babu Ulomo, we visited him and we told him of our intention to celebrate in their land. In terms of our New Yam Festival, we did. And other people we visited, including their distinct, and they gave their blessings before we can even proceed. Which God are you going to pour the libation to if you don't consult the owners of that God? So it's abnormal for people to start thinking that strangers can come to a strange land and assume to be the authority. It's not done, it cannot be done, and we will never be part of such. So that is the truth about the whole thing. With regards to press release that was released yesterday, we have received it. They are our father. He's our king. We respect him. We have good relationship with him. We are going to meet with him as a father. We are going to discuss it. If we have anything to show to him or to discuss with him as a father, we don't want it to be a media issue. We are going to relate with him according to his respect as our father. And know when we meet him as our father, he will address us as his sons. And we'll find a way to resolve our relationship. It's not for the consumption of the media. We don't want to talk about it. He has sent whatever the press release he has sent. Is our own as his children to go back to him as his sons. And we have discussions with him based on whatever we think we can tell him as his sons.
Do you know that the way Peter Obi is today, if he became the president of Nigeria, so many Igbos will not even care about him being a president? In the whole Nigeria, the only tribe that does not practice tribalism is the Igbos. A lot of people might have observed this, and I don't know why Nigerians are so stuck to this tribalism of a thing. Most times I see that Nigerians are very, very tribalistic, and it's very bad, and it's been causing a lot of problem in Nigeria. It's one of the basic problems of Nigeria. Nigeria needs to look away from tribal differences and religion. In fact, anybody that practices tribalism should be arrested and jailed. Yes. About the Igbo man, in a very short something I want to tell you about the Igbo man. The Igbo man might own a shop now, and then you find out that he will go and employ a different tribe that is not an Igbo person. Once you find out that that person has what it takes to run his shop or to do his business, even sometimes if an Igbo man might know that his fellow Igbo man can do well, but he will not employ his fellow Igbo man. He will go and employ another tribe, maybe Yoruba or Hausa or any other tribe, to run his company. Definitely, I know that a lot of people that have observed this. It's been happening so many times. I've observed it so many times about the Igbos. Now, Igbo is the only tribe in Nigeria that is not good in followership. I don't know if you have also observed that. Igbos are not good followers. Igbo man is the only man that does not practice tribalism. The Igbo man is the only man that is not a good follower in Nigeria. And I want you to understand something about a man who is not a good follower. A man who is not a good follower will be very difficult for you to convince him to do something or to follow you on a particular mission or ideology, because he believes that he is not supposed to follow your ideology because it is your own ideology, that he also have his own ideology. That is a typical thinking of an Igbo man. When Peter Obi came out and people were saying Igbo this, Igbo that, if I look at the post sometimes I'll just be laughing, because I figure out that a lot of people are not very observant about the Igbo men. People are not very, very observant. We only expect one answer from an Igbo man when you say that, is he not your brother that is a president? The next thing you hear from Igbo man is that he's a president for his family. That is the next thing you hear. You will not hear anything more than that from an Igbo man. And the way he just said it to you, that is how it is in his mind. He believed that Peter Obi is a president, he's only president for his family. If there's anything that comes through being a president, it's only for Peter Obi. That is what the average Igbo man thinks. So why I'm saying this is that by rights, the only tribe, I repeat, the only tribe that does not practice typical tribalism in Nigeria is the Igbo man. Other tribe, I am sorry, but this is the truth. And everybody knows that this is the truth. Every other tribe in Nigeria, when you come and speak your language and they are in the office, they will give you a job. You cannot come and speak language for an Igbo man to give you a job in the office that he works, or he's a superior. He cannot give you a job because you speak language. Sometimes you can even speak language to an Igbo man and then you start speaking English for you. So when we are talking about tribe, the Igbo man matter is out of tribalism, totally out of tribalism. When we are having tribal problem in Nigeria, the Igbo man is not in there. When we are having followership problem in Nigeria, the Igbo man is not there because they are not good followers. This is the reason why you find out that the case of Nnamdi Kanu became became a very serious matter because the Igbos cannot follow you ordinarily. No Igbo man can wake up in the morning and say, I want to follow this person and fight over his ideology, except maybe there are something that is behind it that is not just ordinary, except there are something extraordinary that is accompanying the whole process. That is when you can see the Igbo man will come out and follow you. And that is what makes Nnamdi Kanu's case different from every other case of Igbo man in Nigeria, because the Igbo man can never follow you ordinarily. There must be an extraordinary doing, an occurrence before he will follow you, if he decide, that is if he accept to follow you. So these are the hidden truths. Nigeria as a nation needs to understand that the Igbo man is out of tribal differences. Even religion, the same thing with religion. Somehow, if you also observe, they are not even good in that too. They go to church, they pray to God, but you cannot subject them into one thing. You cannot easily subject an Igbo man to do one certain thing for you, or to believe in one certain thing. He will ask you double questions, thousands of questions, and you have to convince him 1,000 times before he will believe what you have said. So whenever we are doing things, we need, you see, the world is being led. The people who are ruling the world are spirits, and the people who passes information to the living are spirits. So if you're made of greater spirits, you'll be able to know how to package the country to become what it's supposed to be.